Hey there YouTube, this is your friendly Islamic hater once again. I decided that Muslims just have all the fun. They have the holidays where they celebrate the fact that Hussein got his head chopped off at Karbala. They celebrate the fact that Umar was stabbed while reading the Quran. They celebrate the fact that Mohammed died from poisoning. And I decided that why should they have all the fun? We should have some fun as well. But we won't have fun remembering their perverted leaders. We will have fun remembering their victims. Now, this video is actually only the first. It's actually a prologue, if you will. And it's concerned about one of the first victims of Muhammad. One of the first victims in Medina, actually. And it's one of the first assassinations. Actually, it's the very first assassination carried out by the Prophet. Now, the person's name is Ka'b bin Ashraf. Now, how many of you have heard of this name before? Not a whole lot of people, I'm sure. The question is why, of course. Well, it's simple. It was a secret Muhammad was determined to carry to the pit with him. And he did. Now, unfortunately, he didn't bargain on one thing. We can read. And we do not live under his influence and under his tyranny. Thus, we are free to study, to read, and to see what this sadistic man was capable of. Now, Ka'b bin Ashraf himself was a poet. Okay, you're wondering, why would Mohammed kill a poet? They write poetry and that's it. Well, not exactly. You see, the Hijaz region was mainly illiterate. That is to say, they had few or no books, and they used very primitive writing materials: camel bones, skin, palm leaves, rocks. It was practically the Stone Age back there, and the main way to send a message was orally. The poets were the journalists of Muhammad's time. Muhammad, by killing this man, essentially killed a journalist. And in this regard, things haven't changed to this day. We see dozens, literally dozens of journalists beheaded but with knives on internet videos by Muhammad's followers. They follow the example set by their perverted prophet. Now, why was Ka'b bin Ashraf murdered? For spreading mischief? For robbing? Killing? Raping? Alas, no. He was killed for the horrible crime of writing a poem. Yes, he was killed for writing a poem which encouraged Muhammad's enemies. Now, this poem itself was written at about immediately after the Battle of Badr. It was the first when Muhammad went out to rob the big Quraysh caravan. Unfortunately, he failed, but the skirmish brought his quote-unquote religion back to life. Ka'b himself felt compassion for the Quraysh, and he wrote a poem. Now, this poem is recorded in Ishaq's biography at page 365. Remember, 365. Anybody who is literate, meaning anybody who is not a Muslim, can go there and read it. And if this poem is not there, I promise to go away and never to be heard from again. Now, I won't talk about how he was assassinated in this video because that in its own will take about 2 or 3 videos on my part, but I will talk about that in detail later. For now, I just want to read to you the poem. It's only about 7 lines long, to see how his words, every word impacts us to this very day. So, this is from Ishaq, page 365. And let's begin. The blood of Badr cries out to its people. They cry and weep. The best man was slain and thrown into a pit. Drive off that fool of yours, so that you might be safe from the talk that makes no sense. Why do you taunt those who mourn over their dead? They lived good lives, and as such we should remember them. But now you have become like jackals. I don't know about you folks, but I get shivers every time I read this. Every time, every word haunts us this day. The blooded Badr screams out to us today. Mohammed must be exposed and Islam must be destroyed. It must, because otherwise it will destroy us. We must drive off the fool that is Mohammed. We must drive off his legacy so that we might be free from the senseless Quran. And as sickening as it is, we see the Muslims, actually the Mohammedans on TV gloating over the mangled corpses of their victims. We hear their shouts of Allahu Akbar piercing the soul. We hear them and we see them and how they take pleasure in doing this. Only a sick man gloats over the death of civilians. And as sad as it is, we have become like jackals. We tear each other to pieces. We fight against each other over stupid things rather than fight the common enemy that is Islam. And we deserve our fate. If we do not stand up, if we do not remember the legacy of those who lie buried in the Arabian sands trying to destroy this menace, we will be next. Okay, now until next time, I'm going to post a few new chapters concerning Ka'b's assassination, all the details, how he was killed, and how everything is reflected again unto us today. So my time is up. I'll see each other next time, and until then, remember, keep away from the Mohammedans, keep away from Allah, and above all, be a kufr and be proud of it. God bless you. Amen.